What is up, football fans? I'm your host, Mad Mike. Happy New Year's, and with the new year comes an up-and-coming new season. 2019 NEFL season is on the horizon. Teams are recruiting, getting together, and before we start checking into, who's recruiting, where, when, and, the results of the championship games, I'd like to real quick apologize to my fans for the hiatus. 4 days after the single and double A championship, my mother passed away. I was trying to push through and get the show to still go on, but, losing a parent is not something that anybody ever is easily able to handle. I apologize. One thing I want to say is you miss every shot that you don't take, and don't look back and wish you had. Seize the moment. Do it now. Put in the reps, put in the time, visit that person, write the letter, put the work in, get it done, because you don't have a chance to go back and try it again. And that's the mentality that 3 teams this year had. Well, probably more than that, but the 3 teams that really had it and really stuck to in the moment and put the work in. Congratulations to the Seacoast Warhawks, the single A champions this year. They beat the Brawlers at home in a 26-32 overtime win. Their quarterback, Junior Brown, ran a quarterback draw for a 32-yard touchdown run in overtime to secure the win for the Seacoast Warhawks to win the championship in just their second season. The Seacoast Warhawks will also be moving up to Double A this year. They really cleaned up in the North Division for awards this year. Northern Division Offensive MVP was Junior Brown from the Warhawks. Also from the Warhawks, Bob Cody won Defensive MVP, and Staff of the Year went to the Warhawks. So congratulations to them for, one stellar season, and we look forward to seeing what they do when they step up into Double A and see if they can work their way up into the upper echelons of the NEFL tiers. In the South Division, offensive MVP, Mike Seifert, I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong, from the Green Valley Blackhawks. Defensive MVP, again, last name, if I pronounce it wrong, I apologize, Mario Aka from the New Britain Brawlers. The coaching staff of the year was the Green Valley Blackhawks. And congratulations to you guys in Single A. Coaching staffs, players, MVPs, All-Stars. Warhawks for winning the championship. Another great season in the books, and we look forward to seeing, what teams come in, what teams are able to step up and advance their franchises and organizations and help build the NEFL into a much better version of itself. In Double A, the champions were announced on the last episode before the hiatus, but we'll go over it again. The Nightmare at the Wildcats. Nightmare would fall 20-24 to the Wildcats. Wildcats coaching staff would be named Coaching Staff of the Year for the Double A conference. Offensive MVP, Joe Esposito from the Mass Warriors claims his second consecutive MVP award. The year before, he won Offensive MVP with the Warriors in Single A. So they stepped up their game. He stepped up his game and held on to where he is. Congratulations to him. And if you stay tuned to a moment, you'll actually get a chance to hear a little sit-down with Mr. Esposito. Defensive MVP, Maurice McClellan. I apologize if I messed that up again. Last names, first names, names in general, never fun. From the New London Nightmare. Congratulations to all of you in the Double A conference, MVPs, All-Stars, champions. Good luck this up-and-coming season, and congratulations. Now, before we get to the Triple A champions, we'll, check out and see what went down with the conversation with Esposito. So here is Mass Warriors Double A offensive MVP, Joseph Esposito. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Good to be here, Mike. Thanks for having me.
So you won Offensive MVP this year in AA. Now, you also won Single A Offensive MVP the year before, correct?
Correct.
You've been playing with the Warriors for how long?
Played for the Mass Warriors for 2 years. Prior to that, 2016, 2015, I played for the Somerville Rampage.
Nice. So you stepped into the Warriors in both years with them. You've won Offensive MVP. That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
So you guys didn't make the championship this year, unfortunately. But congratulations to the Wildcats for pulling it off. It's not an easy road. You guys saw a post you guys put out, championship or nothing, or championship and bust. So you guys are obviously in the mindset for coming back to go for gold. What's your plans for the future? You returning back with the Warriors?
Well, I definitely plan on working towards a championship run. I mean, last 2 seasons fell short in the semifinals. This season, we lost to a good team in the New London Nightmare. Season prior, in 2017, we fell to the Vermont Ravens in the semifinal as well. So, two years in a row really coming short, falling short. It's tough, but looking towards the future, it's a bright future ahead. Still got 20 years of playing, so all I can say is we're going to be taking it one day at a time. It's the off season right now, trying to get stronger, getting ready for that the next season coming up.
Yeah, you guys have a solid team. Your offense was number 2 in AA this year, only behind the Wildcats, who won the championship. So you definitely have a good, solid foundation. But yeah, you guys, your offense this year, you guys put up 183 points.
We can put points on the board.
Yeah, no, you definitely can.
Our offensive line was solid across the board. A lot of veterans on the offensive line, running backs as well, experienced running backs. It's multiple weapons. One of our youngest receivers, his name is Gio Trio. He's a rookie receiver. Really was a nice addition to the team this past season. Really brought a lot of energy, along with his speed and ability to catch the football was definitely a big help. Guys like Jonathan Walton, power back, and amongst the core receivers, it made things easy for me as a quarterback to distribute the rock as needed.
Yeah, definitely. When you have talented receivers, it gives an edge to the QB. But you still got to make the right decision and put it to the correct receiver and the right opportunities. Now, am I correct that you also kick?
Yes. Yeah. I kicked off the season. I can also kick field goals and extra points, but we had a veteran kicker kicking the extra points, and I would come in and kick field goals as needed. But yeah, I definitely kick on the side as well. It's something. You
guys were the only blemish on the Warhawks season this year. Fortunately for their record, the AA game didn't count, but it was a tight game. You guys finished it off 23-22, but I thought I saw you out there kicking a couple.
Yeah, you went to that game. It definitely Warhawks were a good team. Single A, double A, triple A. Warhawks are a good football team. Doesn't matter what level. Along with the Wildcats, and to be able to beat both the champions, the champion of AA and the champion of Single A during our season, I think that's something special and definitely a credit to the Mass Warriors and the guys on the team. The fact that we figured out a way to beat the champions. Just in the playoffs, we fell short to the Nightmare, who really had our number this season.
With the Warhawks moving up to AA this year, you'll definitely get a chance to face them again.
Moving up, right?
Yes, they are. They're moving up to AA this year. I'm not sure about the Wildcats. I haven't heard if they're moving up or if they're staying AA or not. But
I'm not sure.
When I'll definitely report on that on the show when I find out more about that. There should be some news coming through the league here soon on teams coming and going and changes and stuff like that. Now that the first of the year has happened, a lot of teams are into the recruitment mode and stuff like that. And speaking of the recruitment, Warriors just had their first recruitment meeting, correct?
Correct.
It was on the 3rd. Yeah, I had been trying to get this episode out before that to announce help promote that a little bit, but I'm sure you guys are going to have probably a meeting here again sometime in the future. Plus, I'm sure if you reach out to the Warriors homepage on Facebook, you can get information on recruiting if you live in that area. Joe, I thank you for coming on the show. It's great to have somebody, back-to-back MVP, especially when you look at the MVP that you stepped up from single A and then you went up to double A and still managed to pull it off. Congratulations on that. You have a great future ahead of you. The Warriors have a good, solid team. I look forward to seeing how they do this year, especially with the drive and hunger that they showed, through this past season. Again, congratulations on that, and thanks for being on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yes, and as far as what the future holds, I think the future's bright, and what happened in the past is in the past now. So, really, just looking at the next season coming up, getting stronger, getting faster, staying on point, and again, thanks for having me. Good talking to you.
Absolutely, thank you again. All right, welcome back. That was great. I can't wait to get more MVPs, more owners, players. If my intel is correct, I have lined up a Rookie of the Year from AAA and a player from one of the championship teams lined up for an interview in the next coming episodes. So stay tuned and make sure you catch up-and-coming shows so you can find out who those are and if I was able to pull that off. Now, with 2019 season on the horizon, we've got all kinds of changes. Offseason means recruiting, rebranding, new teams leaving, teams moving up. As I mentioned, the Seacoast Warhawks, single A champions, are moving up to double A. I don't know about any other teams right now. It's not a lot of information coming out of the NEFL and teams about all of that stuff at the moment. I do know that the Twin City Riot has rebranded and relogoed and redone it all, and with a new approach are now going to be known as the Athens Titans. If you're in the Athens, Maine area and looking to play some semi-pro football and help this franchise and organization rebuild and come out new and swinging, bringing a better image and more solidified stance of football in Maine, definitely check out the Athens Titans. Also, the Admirals will be joining the NEFL. I believe they come from the EFL, or the CFL, and they will be joining the AAA ranks. The only other new team that I know of officially that I've seen, as far officially as I know, there's not a lot of official info coming from anywhere. I have to do a lot of research on my own, which makes, content and stuff difficult to get. So, hey, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Somebody's got video and clips, we can get them on the show. Help you guys get the stuff that you have out and about. But anyway, the last team that I know entering is in single A, and it's actually going to be established and directly connected with the Southern Maine Raging Bulls AAA team. This team will be the Southern Maine Stampede. There will be a single A team to help players develop and work their way into the league in the upper echelons and the higher tiers of the NEFL. Congratulations, the Raging Bulls, for doing that. It's great to see the organization and the professionalism that is being put into their approach into this. It's hard to recruit in Maine because the population is just barely over 1 million, whereas, down in Mass and Connecticut, you guys have millions of people in your population. Not saying it's an excuse because it's not. There's talent everywhere. You got to organize, coach, and put it together. But Southern Maine Bulls has worked really hard, and with the limited resources that they've had in population size and recruiting area, excuse me, they have definitely made it a staple of what it means to be a solid franchise and a professional franchise. And lots of other organizations should strive to emulate similar approaches, and we could really, really get this league booming. I realized after the interview that I forgot to go over, because looking at the Bulls, I wanted to say something about coaching staff of the year, which they were the AAA coaching staff of the year, and I totally spaced the AAA stuff. So to cover AAA, because, that's what everybody wants, which, real quick, I want to just cover this before I get into that. Why can we not stop this AAA downing on the lower conferences? Yeah, we all know that the single A is nowhere near the competition and skill levels of AAA. Even in double A, there's differences. We all get it. AAA is the top tier. You're the best. Start showing some professionalism with that, too. You guys are the best athletes in this league. Help support these other athletes. Help them learn the right way to become the best. Encourage them, because the more you drive them, the more it's going to be able to drive you. Because you can't be the best unless you beat the best, and you can't beat the best unless you find the best. And sometimes the best is hidden. Diamond in the rough. So anyway, just let's try and get back into the being a little more a brotherhood all the way through the conferences, not just, AAA is the best and everybody else is nothing. We're all part of the same league. Some people are trying to, work their way up. Some people haven't had the experiences. But instead of just bashing everybody all the time, let's start encouraging people, new year, new you kind of thing. No, just literally let's get back to the world of, somebody works hard, let's show them the respect. But anyway, I digress. Back to the AAA Championship MVP Awards. The AAA Championship came down to the Southern Maine Raging Bulls at the Boston Bandits, and AAA is the only conference that the championship team didn't win Staff of the Year. That award, like I previously said, went to the Southern Maine Raging Bulls, and with their picking up a single A team to work with and their approach over the years in professionalism, it shows why, they won that award. Offensive MVP in AAA was Rhode Island War Dogs' Jeff Costa, and there's not a lot of stats right now. The website doesn't have a lot. It's hard to get information from teams and stuff and whatnot that are official. So, but the one stat that I do have is, and I really want to point this out because Jeff Costa, man, destroyed the season. 39 touchdown passes. The next three quarterbacks in AAA were 3 short of reaching what he did solo. So, offensive MVP, absolutely, hands down. Congratulations, Jeff. You one hell of a season. Defensive MVP is actually also Defensive Rookie of the Year, Boston Bandits' Peter Ngabedi. I apologize if I got that wrong, but congratulations to you for having such a stellar rookie year to pick up Rookie of the Year and conference MVP. It takes a lot of preparation just to be able to play and start in AAA, but to come in as a rookie, win that award, and win MVP at the same time, that's really impressive. Look forward to seeing more of what you bring to the table for the NEFL. And the last award for the AAA conference, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Mill City Eagles quarterback Johnny Grainfield. Congratulations, AAA champs, the Boston Bandits, for your 6th title. Congratulations to Costa for your incredible season. Congratulations to all of the MVPs, Rookies of the Year, throughout all the conferences. Great work. One awesome season. The silver anniversary was definitely pretty exciting. Look forward to seeing what the future holds And we will now move on to and get back to talking about the new teams in recruitment. Like I said, the only other team, the last team was Southern Maine Stampede. Admirals are joining AAA. Riot's been rebranded as the Athens Titans, and the Seacoast Warhawks are going to move up to AA. When I get more information on who's doing what and where they're going, I'll definitely add it. One thing I do have for information is a little bit of recruiting information. On the 3rd, the Mass Warriors had their recruiting meeting. The 4th, the Vermont Storm. The 5th, the Seacoast Warhawks. Now, even though they've had their first meetings, a couple other teams in the leagues have had recruiting meetings in December. They will still be recruiting. Every team's recruiting right up to the last minute, but make sure to reach out to them because teams that have already had their meetings have started signing players. The roster spots are limited. Make sure you get in. Don't look back and wish you had. On February 10th in Manchester, New Hampshire, Manch Vegas, at 1:30, the Charge will be having their recruitment meeting. On January 12th, both the Green Valley Blackhawks in Norwich at 6:30 p.m. at Prime 82 Restaurant will have their first recruitment meeting. And the River Dogs, January 12th, in Naugatuck at the Ion Center. I did not see a time, but I'm sure if you reach out to the River Dogs, you can get the info on that. Any other teams that have recruitment information, please reach out to me. Let me know. Let me help advertise when your events are. Get you guys more recruits, more people to show up. The more people we get involved, the bigger the league expands, the more we can do. So that's it for what I have for recruitment information. One last thing that I want to cover before we wrap up, this episode of the show. Didn't see a lot of volunteer and community service projects and events this past year for the NEFL, which kind of made me sad, especially seeing as it was the 25th anniversary. If we want better fields, more people to show up, more support, more sponsors, we can't just go out and win championships. We can't just be football players. We got to get out in the community. We got to be involved. We got to let people see us. We got to do things for the community, be a part of the community, not just be a bunch of guys that play football and get together from time to time. Our organization's got to be a staple in where we are. Single A and double A teams that are aspiring to get up to triple A. These triple A teams, it's not just talent that holds them together. They're involved with the communities. If you guys have been doing stuff, which I'm not saying there hasn't been stuff, that's not even close to what I'm saying. I haven't seen a lot of posts and information being put out there. Whatever you guys have going on, send me the info. Help me get it out there. Help me spread the word. Help me get you more fan base, more recruitment opportunities, sponsorship opportunities. Help me show everybody around you what you're doing, not just on the field, but off the field, in the communities, schools. Let's get more youth camps going. Help kids at a younger age learn safer ways to play the game. Get more parents and family involved with kids in their sports. There's just so many opportunities and different things that we could really do for the league if we can get the information out there. Lack of information, lack of knowledge. Again, I've said it before, there's over 10 million people in New England, and we barely cover 100,000 people fan base-wise. And I'm not talking about the show, I'm talking about all of the NEFL. The numbers are minimal. And if numbers aren't minimal at a team, I want to see a team that's pulling in 1,000-plus people for a game, because I've seen some of the film. Everybody plays great, but our crowd numbers, even in the top tiers, could be much, much bigger with the number of people that are in the area and how cheap tickets are to get into these games. It's affordable family fun. Let's promote it. Let's get that information out there so we can get people involved. Think about what we accomplished with the minimal resources we have. Think about what we could accomplish if we actually put the effort and got more information out there and got more people to be aware of what was going on. So, professionalism. Let's bring it back. Let's really emphasize it. Let's not just say, we're semi-pro, so we're going to semi-attempt it. We all pay to play this game. We all volunteer our time and efforts. Let's make this what it could be, because we do this for a reason. We have a passion for it. We love the game. We love everything about it. Even the people that don't love the game, people come just to hang out with family. My kids come to the game. Half the time they don't watch the game. They go play with the other kids. It gives them social interactions, opportunities to meet new people. Help me help you. Let's make this thing huge. That about wraps things up today. More up and coming. Send me info. We got more interviews coming. We're going to expand. Things are happening in the background. Hopefully we can make things more official stat and information-wise. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. Send me everything you got. I am Mad Mike. Peace.